Hey guys, Travis from Bees and Dub Auto Detailing here. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to share with you how to safely wash your vehicle. Let's say you've had your vehicle polished, paint corrected, ceramic coated. It looks better than it's ever looked before. You've got virtually no scratches in it and you really want to keep it that way. Want to wash your car yourself. This is the method that I use, that I've been using for a while and really found it successful in eliminating the risk of inducing swirls or scratches into your car. That being said, there's many ways to wash a car out there. If you love the 2-bucket method or whatever it is, keep using it. That's absolutely fine. This is just my method and what I find fast and efficient for safely washing your vehicle. Whatever way you choose, there's one golden rule to abide by when washing your vehicle, and that is get the paint as clean as possible before you touch the car. If you go in and wash your car and there's still debris on the car or in your wash mitt, that's what causes those spider webs, those swirls, wash-induced marring and things like that. And over time, it really degrades the surface of your paint. So above all, whatever way you choose to wash your car, guys, make sure before you touch it, it's as clean as you can possibly get it. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it and go through some of the things you need to use this method. Number one is going to be your car shampoo. This is CarPro Reset, and what I like about CarPro Reset is it does a really good job of cleaning the car. It has a lot of cleaning power. It's not meant to make your car shine. It doesn't have any gloss enhancers in it. It cleans and it does just that. It's pH neutral, so it doesn't strip any waxes, sealants, or anything that you have on your car. It's definitely safe for a ceramic coated vehicle, but it really does a good job of breaking up dirt and grit off the car. It foams really well. In my foam cannon here, we've got about 3/4 full, and we've got 2 ounces of the CarPro Reset in there, and you'll see how well it foams at that dilution ratio. Other thing that you need is Optimum No Rinse, ONR for short. This is a staple in the detailing industry, guys. Virtually almost every detailer I know uses it. What you do is you put 1 ounce for every gallon of water you're using in your wash bucket here, and you soak your wash mitts in there, and that provides you lubrication when you're actually touching the vehicle. And the nice thing about it is, after you wipe down the car with Optimum No Rinse in your wash media, you don't have to rinse the car again, as the name implies. You're pretty much ready to dry the car and good to go from there. Other thing you will need is your wash mitts. And in here at the bottom, we do have a grit guard in the bottom of the wash bucket. I just don't like my mitts to touch the bottom of the bucket. Just a preference. I don't use the grit guard to scrub my mitt and try and get it clean or anything like that. The main principle of this wash method is working clean. So after I take this mitt out of my wash solution, I clean a portion of the car with it. It will not go back in this bucket. So anything that I pick up off the car will not be reintroduced into this bucket. It will go in my discard bucket and I'll deal with it later. The other kind of mitt I like, this is called a double flip mitt. So once you wipe down one panel of the car, you flip it over, you've got this side, then you turn it inside out, and you've got 2 more sides to work and work clean. That is key, working clean. So minimum of at least 3 types of wash media, whatever you're using. This is what I recommend, but a minimum of 3 of these wash medias in your Optimum No Rinse solution, soaking, ready to go. First step, if we flip around and look at the vehicle here that we're working on, I've already power washed this car off. We're only gonna rinse or wash this side of the car just to keep the video short. We've already cleaned the tires and wheels and stuff like that. So basically we just have the paint to deal with now. I've already pressure washed off any of the loose dirt and dust and everything like that, just to save some time. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, guys. First thing we are going to do, pardon me, I gotta grab my pressure washer. Okay, car is already pressure washed. Gave it a good rinse. Now we're going to foam the car down You can get an idea for how CarPro Reset foams with just 2 ounces and about 3/4 of this full bottle. That is plenty. Now keep in mind, we're in semi-indirect sunlight in Colorado here. It's a nice day. If you're working in a hot sun, you got a black car and this stuff is just sitting on it, you're not gonna have as much time to let this stuff sit on the car. Purpose of letting this soak on the car, it's breaking up any dirt, any road debris, anything that's on the car, it's loosening it up. We're gonna let this sit for a few minutes, or theoretically we would. I'm gonna go ahead and pressure wash it off just to kind of keep the video short here again. But what this is doing is cleaning the car before we touch it. And you'll hear me say that a lot in this video because that is key. So anything that's on this car is gonna be pretty well cleaned off at this point after we rinse it off. The car shampoo is really doing its job and just breaking everything up, sitting on the paint, cleaning it, breaking it off the surface. This is why I don't love some of the 2-bucket wash methods, because they'll tell you to go in and wash your car right now. If there's still dirt and stuff on that car and you haven't rinsed it off, you're just pretty much smearing it across the paint. So, all right, gonna rinse it off. All right, guys, car's all rinsed off and clean. We let the car shampoo soak on the car for as long as the sun would allow us to. While you're waiting for that to soak, you can do some other little things. You can, clean up your wheels and your wheel wells and stuff like that while it's soaking, depending on how much time the sun's gonna allow you to let it soak. But now it's rinsed off and we are ready to touch the vehicle finally because it's clean, relatively clean. So we're going to work top to bottom essentially, and wring out our mitt just a little bit. You want it dripping, but not just pouring water out of it. I'm gonna start on the hood, and I'm just letting this drag. No pressure. Just a gentle contact wash. Hit our windshield real quick. Over to this side, I'll flip my mitt. Pretty much get the top third of the car with this first mitt. And the car's clean, so I'm not really worried about any big dirt particles or anything swirling up the paint or dragging across. Back hatch here. I'll pretty much stop with this first mitt right at the back of this glass. Top third of the vehicle is clean.
Windshield on this side.
Okay, this mitt may have picked some dirt off of the car. I'm not putting it back in my wash mitt. I'll deal with that later. New clean wash media, soaking in ONR. Now we're gonna get kind of the middle half of the car here. And again, no pressure, very little pressure if any. And the mirrors here. I'll get basically up to this door handle with this side of the mitt. We'll go ahead and flip it. Work our way down. Stop at the fender well there. Now, if I've picked up any debris, this is clean, this is fine, but we'll flip it. This is absolutely clean. We'll work our way down from there. Down to the lower portions of the door. Flip again. Plastic a little bit. Always hit the bottom part of your doors last, and then again discard your wash media, because as you probably know, bottom third of your doors are always just caked with stuff, especially if you've driven through any weather. Dirtiest part of the car. Touch it last, discard your mitt. And we'll just kind of finish up the rear hatch. That's how we'll end the video.
So you don't have to rinse it off or anything after this is done?
Yep, well, we got to dry it, but you can rinse if you want. That's absolutely fine. You can even choose to use just your car soap in your bucket too and rinse afterwards. That's fine. This is just a little bit more convenient. It saves you a step of having to rinse off the car. Here we go. Towel. With drying towels, I just gently drag it across. Again, no pressure. Always come back and touch up some spots if you need to. Optimum no rinse. It doesn't water spot as bad as a lot of car shampoos and stuff like that. It actually neutralizes the water a little bit. You'll still get some spots if you really let it bake in the sun, just like anything, but it's really not too shabby. See, the car really isn't that wet. So we pressure washed off all the soap. Just went over it with a nice damp mitt. Optimum no rinse, and straight on to drying. All right, guys, I think you get the gist. You don't need to watch me dry the whole car. So that's my wash method. That's how I wash a car safely without introducing any swirl marks or anything like that. Again, get the car clean, pressure wash it, foam it down, rinse it again, then you can go ahead and touch your car. Hope that helps some of you out. I get a lot of questions on how do I maintain my car now that it's looking its best. This is how, guys. Thanks for watching.